FLOSSTUBE, welcome to Creative Whims Studio. I hope you all had a great week. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. And if you're old here, thanks for hanging in there with me. This past week was amazing and busy. But just working on Nashville. I know you guys are probably so sick of hearing that. That's all the designers. Working on Nashville, we can't show you anything, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, you know, had the grandkids, which of course is amazing. Oh, I got something I gotta show you. I'll wait till haul. I just don't want to forget. I gotta write it down or I will forget. But also this week, hold on, I'm so sorry. Okay, this week, well, okay, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I didn't even think of that, but Donna and I met for lunch to do the exchange. I did a painting for her in exchange for her stitching for me, and how, you know, I spent more time with her on Valentine's Day than my husband. But anyways, yeah, we met at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was Olive Garden, and it was packed, and I just didn't think of it being Valentine's Day. But anyway, my husband was so sweet. We don't normally do anything for Valentine's Day just because, I don't know, we just never have. I mean, anniversaries, super important, birthdays, you know, the main holidays and stuff. But he left me a card that brought me to tears. It was the sweetest card, and a bottle of whiskey. Right? I don't eat chocolates. I mean, I love dark chocolate, but you know, I don't eat a lot of sweets. And no flowers, but a fifth of Basil Hayden. Yeah. That's how I roll. So that was so sweet. And then I felt horrible because, I mean, he left it and I was sitting down working on my computer when he left. So I didn't discover it till after he had gone to work. And I had running to do. I met with Donna and that. And then after that, I went to Hobby Lobby. That's a whole thing. But so I'm like, okay, now I got to stop and get him something. So I got him, I don't like IPA beer. So, you know, if I buy him IPA, it's just for him. So I bought him an all-day IPA from Founders or something like that, and a nice card. And the card on the front says, "To the man that rocks my world." How cool is that? He's a drummer in 2 bands. It was perfect. Anyways, I hope everyone had a nice Valentine's Day. But I met with Donna, and I have to tell you, it's always great meeting with her. I love our conversations, and we have lots of laughs and stuff. But so I gave her the painting. I will show you photos of the painting later in the video because it's obviously was one of my finishes this week. But you guys, when you see her stitching, she's an amazing stitcher. And the sampler, you know I've said this before, but I'm telling you again, when I pull floss and I pull the linen and I send it to a model stitcher, I'm always prayerful that I picked the right colors and I picked the right linen. I do not know how it's going to turn out until it comes back. I do my best, and I'm sure as I keep designing, I will get better at it, and I will find those staple linens that I love, and I pretty much have found a lot of threads and floss that I like. But I am branching out into different, you know, over dyes, and that can be kind of scary because you just don't know. Having said that, the green that I chose for Pet All the Dogs is so vintage looking. I am in love with it. Now, the red for the house is a DMC color. It's perfect. I love the red. Anyways, it's gorgeous, but here's the deal. So as her and I were talking, I was telling her that I'm going to be driving down to Craft Gallery in Findlay, Ohio, because Paula and Carlton, they have been framing my samplers. And this last sampler, Paula said, well, why don't you just, when you come down to pick up the first 3, just leave, pet all the dogs with me, I'll get it framed, and I'll just bring it to market for you. I thought, well, that's perfect. I won't be able to show it in my new market release video because I won't have it. But I thought, well, you know, she can send me a picture or something and I can stick it in the video. Well, anyway, I was talking to Donna about that, and she goes, oh my gosh, I'm going to Craft Gallery next week because I have some things I want to have framed. And she said, instead of both of us going, why don't I just take this for you and pick up the other ones? She said, because you're so busy getting ready for market. I mean, it would save me like 6 to 8 hours out of my day. And it was very generous of her to offer. So, you know, I thought about it and I'm like, you know, that'll work, because when she comes back, when she's on her way back from Craft Gallery, she's going to let me know, and we're going to meet somewhere off the expressway so she can give me the 3 finished pieces, finished samplers. And then, anyways, my only bummer is that you will not be able to see Pet All the Dogs live on camera for the new release video. It's the only bummer, but it's gorgeous. You'll just have to take my word for it. So that's pretty much been my life. I wanted to shout out Tina and her daughter Ashley for Love of the Stitches. They are new and they have 3 videos out now. Well, they came up, you know, on the suggested videos. So actually it wasn't even that. I was watching on my TV and it just started into theirs. And, you know, it said FLOSSTUBE number 3, and they started talking, and I instantly loved them. And I thought, well, I want to watch from the beginning, because I want, usually the first video is when someone says, you know, where they live and this and that and the other. I didn't know they were mother and daughter, but I figured it out after I went back and watched their first video, because she was calling her mom. But oh my gosh, they're so cute, and they're fun, and they're energetic, and they have a lot of things to show and share, and it's wonderful. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Now, last week, somebody in my Q&A, somebody had asked me if there's fractional stitches in Newcastle Bouquet, and I said no, and then I continued to say that I didn't think there were fractional stitches in any of my samplers. Well, I double checked, and my bad, I was wrong about that. So I just wanted to real quick kind of do a little rundown. Heaven and Nature, there are some fractional stitches, and it's in like the lips of the angel to give her like a little V, little smile. A lot of it is mostly like in the eyes, or like the owl's beak has 1 fractional stitch. Some of the quilt blocks, I think there's 2 quilt blocks at the bottom, they have fractional stitches. So there's a few just kind of spattered in here and there. On Faith, Hope, Peace, and Love, the quilt blocks in the border are fractional stitches, not the whole quilt block, but so I wanted to let you know that. Like the bird's beak on the people's faces, there's like 2 or 3 in the man's face, and I think 1 in the girl's face, and then the cat's and dog's eyes, and then the cat's ears. So that one has quite a few because of the quilt blocks. And then Pet All the Dogs, there are 5 in the bird that's up in the upper left hand corner, and then there's a little row at the bottom of all these little dogs. Well, the hearts in between each dog has some fractional stitches, and then I think there's 2 for the eyes and part of the head on the little pups. So anyway, there's some in that one as well, but again, it's just a little spattering here and there. And then I did check Newcastle Bouquet, and there are no fractional stitches in that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm going to keep that in mind as I am designing more. I did just design that Land That I Love, the patriotic one, and I don't think there's any fractional stitches in there, and I'm going to go back and look just to make sure. So I will keep that in mind as I move forward. Announcements. So that book I showed you, Celebrate, I didn't go through it because this is not like a Blackbird book where it shows finished pieces and gives instruction on how to finish. It is not that. This is 15 designs, black and white charts. That's all it is, okay? So I wanted to, that's why I haven't showed you the inside. When I do my video for the Nashville releases, however, I will show you like color printouts from like my computer program. I can show it as color blocks, I can show it as just the symbols, and I can show it what it will look like stitched. So it's computer generated, but I will show that just so that you'll be able to see what all is in here, because you kind of want to know, right? I'm sure you do. But the book is being really well received, and I'm so very grateful. There were a few comments where they're like, you're afraid of selling, or you're afraid of, you know, not selling 400. I think you're going to need to reprint. So that was really exciting to hear. I hope that's the case. We'll just see how that goes. So there were a couple people that chimed in on, I had asked the question if anyone knows of any shows that is a retail show that has a lot of classes for needlework. And one was Needlework Galleria in St. Charles, Missouri. That's in September. That is a huge show that I really wanted to go to last year, and I was not able to go, and I'm really hoping to actually be a vendor at it this year, but we'll see how that goes. But that was Dawn Brinker, so thank you, Dawn. She brought that one up. I knew of that show, but I didn't realize there were classes. I didn't realize people could take classes, so that's cool. And then Nan Russell, she also mentioned Needlework Galleria. Yep, she mentioned it. They have classes, vendors, and stitching rooms. That's cool. There's another one right here. This is Cross Stitch TS Nana. She said, I'm just going to read it because it's long. Needlework classes are out there for members of the EGA, the Embroiderers Guild of America. And I'll put a link below. She gave me the link. It has national and regional seminars with teachers sharing many different types of needlework, including beading, felt work, gold work, counted thread, needlepoint, etc. Anything with a sharp needle. That is very cool. On the EGA website, you can find the region and chapters in your area. My local chapter in Midland, Texas is the Permian Basin Needle Arts chapter, which is part of the South Central region covering Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas. Wow, so the region's huge. We have stitchers attending from all over and not just in our region. We are told we have the best seminars. Our upcoming seminar is June 2020 in San Marcos, Texas, between Austin, Texas, and San Antonio, Texas, hosted by the San Antonio Needlework Guild. Registration and classes are still available. Check out your website. Okay, so Paula, her name is Paula. Thank you so much, Paula. I will put a link below so that everyone can check that out. Oh yeah, so Whatcha Paintin Wednesday, I worked on Donna's Angel and pretty much finished it, all but the crackling and the varnishing. So I worked on that all day Wednesday. During the day I went live twice, and then I went live with Kristen Wednesday night and finished it up. This week, I'm going to start a new painting this week, and I've painted angels pretty much the entire time I've done Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. So I'm going to do an Early American Folkart painting, and I have two that I'm like, I don't know which one I want to do. So I'm going to show both of them to you, and I'm going to let y'all decide. Oh, I forget I got the sign. I'll take that off in a minute. Okay, so it's between this one here. This one I love. Look at my book, you guys. This is an old, tattered, well-used and well-loved sketchbook. So this one says, "Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves." It's an Abraham Lincoln quote. I absolutely love it. You can see I had a little small wing and I didn't like it, so I made a bigger wing, and I'll just mirror image that over on this side. But that's, oops, there you go. That's one of them. The other one that I absolutely love, I mean, I'll probably end up painting both of them eventually, but starting this Wednesday, I want to do one of these. This says, "We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone." That's a Ronald Reagan quote. And I just love her. I think she's really, really cute. Obviously, I ran out of room here at the bottom to finish the drawing, but I just love it. And she's holding like this little thing of hearts, and the flowers are hearts. So let me know which one you would like to see me paint on Whatcha Paintin Wednesdays. I really should use some duct tape on that binding. Alright, moving right along. The new release video. I want it so bad, so desperately bad to be this coming Wednesday. If all the stars align perfectly, then Wednesday I will be able to record that video. But if not Wednesday, it'll be Friday for sure. Questions and answers. I wasn't done with that. Oh, I haven't even got to it. Good Lord. I'm losing it, you know. Sarah said, what are your favorite Weeks I Works blues? Well, Sarah, I did show a couple last week. What did I show? I showed Fathom and Gunmetal. Yeah. On that thing I showed last week was Fathom and Gunmetal. But there's definitely more blues up there that I like and that I use. So here we go. The ones I showed last week, I'll go ahead and show real quick again. Fathom is a newer color. Gunmetal, I used to use pretty much exclusively early on in my designing. Can you, to me that does not even show color. It looks like black. I wonder if I turn this light on, if that will help. Can you see? Can you see? I don't know that that's even registering. They look like a big blurry blob to me. Okay, so those are two. Fathom, like I said, is a little bit newer color. At least it's newer to me. I started using that not too long ago. Peacoat is another one I used to use a lot in my Americana designs. This one, Twilight. I don't think I've used Twilight yet, but I want to do like an ocean, like whale, lighthouse design, and I think that's when I will be using that kind of a blue. And then another two that I use is Dolphin and Dove for light blues. So there you go. Those are all the blues that I use and that I like that Weeks Dye Works has. Sharon asked, will the cross stitch book be in my Etsy shop? Absolutely. It will be in there aftermarket, obviously, but not before. Donna Gibson and Barbara said, can we pre-order the book on Etsy? The cross stitch book. If I do that, I have a pre-order for the cookbook. I don't know. I want to make sure I have enough for the stores. However, I mean, I guess there's no harm in putting it on there as a pre-order, because if I sell out of them, which would be absolutely amazing, but if I did sell out of them, I mean, I can order them and have them in a few days. This company I'm working with, they're so fast. It's absolutely incredible. So I'm going to give that some thought. I'm going to talk with my husband about that, but that's a maybe. Kathy, she lives in Springfield, Tennessee. She said, where can she go to get my patterns? So if anyone lives near Springfield, Tennessee, isn't that near Nashville? I'm not real good with that, but if anyone knows of an LNS that would be good for her, please put that in the comments below, and I will let her know. But so Kathy, if you cannot find an LNS or there isn't one near you, I do have an Etsy shop that I have all my patterns on. Socks for Mom, she said, what software do I use on my laptop? I have a MacBook Pro and I use Mac Stitch, but if you have a PC, PC Stitch. Joanne Moore, she said, how about a saint deck like the angel deck? Well, I only have one painting and it takes at least 52. So maybe by the time I turn 70, maybe I'll have 50 saint paintings. I don't know. That's a heck of a lot of paintings, and I had been painting angels for years. So that's a cool idea. I just don't have enough paintings. Stephanie asked, is the cookbook different from last year's? Absolutely. All new recipes, all new pictures, and all new mini charts in there. Nina said, will you have all 4 samplers on my Etsy shop after market? Absolutely. Laura asked, how is your loved one that was ill doing? She's doing good. It's my mom. I was just gonna tell you, it's my mom. But I went to see her and she's doing really good, and she's okay, I'm sorry. I was very relieved after I went to visit because she's doing really well and she is very happy, and her and Jerry, they just have fun together and they're doing really well, and I was just so relieved. I mean, we do FaceTime and all of that, but I wanted to spend days with her to see, you know, how she really was doing, and she's doing fantastic. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you everyone for your prayers, but continue to pray. If you're the type that has a list of people like I do, keep her on that list, please. I would really appreciate that, and I know she would too. Thank you for asking, Laura. Marie, cross stitch book, all new patterns. Yes, all new patterns. Here's the thing too with that book. None of them are stitched except the 2 that are on the cover. So there's 15 designs in there. There's 13 of them that have never been stitched. Basically, I pulled the linen and pulled the floss like I would do before I sent it to a model stitcher. So that's how I did that. So, and I know y'all usually change your colors up anyways. So I just put suggested linen and, you know, suggested floss colors, and, you know, you do however you want to do it. But yeah, all new designs. Jane, she said cross stitch books on Etsy aftermarket. Yes. And then, oh, somebody asked, and I didn't write her name down, I'm so sorry, can you demonstrate punch needle? I'll put some links below. I'm so sorry I didn't write your name down, but I have done some live punch with me videos, and I show how to do all of it. So if you want to check that out. Okay, works in progress. I don't have any. Finishes. I do have a finish. So I gotta show you this. Or this is actually fully finished. Well, okay, so I have the FFO. I have the angel that I gave to Donna. So I'm gonna insert pictures here so that you can see how it turned out. Basically, it's a painting that I had already done, and I gave the original to my friend Kristen. Well, Donna loved it so much she wanted me to repaint it. It looks very different than the one I gave Kristen. I mean, the colors are similar, the wings are similar, the hair is similar, but I could paint the same angel 10 times and they would all look different because you just can't get them exact, which I think is really fun. So anyways, last week I showed you my Welcome Spring Bunny, and after I showed it and I was editing my video, I'm like, I don't really like that. So I changed it a bit. So what I did is these were sticking way out. I trimmed those back, and then I kind of glued them down because they were coming forward. That little heart wasn't doing it for me. Didn't like it. So I put this, look at that little bunny. So I painted that little bunny to match the chenille going all the way around. So I painted that little bunny and stuck that in the center, and I just think it's way more cute than it was before. So where I got those bunny, that's part of my haul, is this I got at Hobby Lobby. Oh, my bad. So the ones that were falling out are these little bunnies. You can't, it's not focusing, but anyways, it's all Easter little bunnies and eggs in that, and you just paint them and put them on whatever you want. But that was cute. And so here's another FFO. This is Believe. It's a punch needle. I love it. So this little easel, I believe I got it at Joann. It was Hobby Lobby or Joann, but I want to say Joann because I had to paint it. I noticed Hobby Lobby doesn't have a lot of unfinished crafts, so it must have been from Pennies. Or Pennies. Oh my gosh, I said Pennies. Joann's. So the easel was, this part I did not paint, the back, what it's actually stuck to, but all the wood was just plain wood. I was going to stain it, but I'm like, no, I want to make it black. I painted the entire back of it black. This part here on the back was white. So I painted all of it black, and then just put this I bought at Hobby Lobby, these little white, look like those snowballs. And then this buffalo check I love. I bought that at Joann's. Remember when I had that major haul of linen? Oh, ribbon. I cannot talk today. So anyways, it's a little easel. I think it's so, so cute. So those are my FFOs. And you know, this would work for cross stitch as well. I have this design in a cross stitch. I don't know that it will fit in here, but anyways. That's my FFOs this week. I just thought I gotta have something to show you because everything I'm saving for the Nashville release. And then haul, I showed you the little, I spent a lot of money, you guys. I'm just so sick of not having stuff for finishing. So I bought all the finishing things that I need for all of my market releases. So I'm spending all day Monday after, well no, I'm not shipping orders Monday because there's no mail. I'm spending all day Monday doing my finishes. I have 14 new cross stitch coming out. 4 of them are the samplers and they're being framed. So I have 10 cross stitch that I need to fully finish, and then I have 5 punch needle that I need to fully finish, and I need to do all that in one day. Pray for me. And then Tuesday, I'll probably spend most of that day shipping orders. Oh, and then, and so basically what I was getting at, I went to Hobby Lobby and Joann. I bought everything I need. I bought unfinished pieces. I bought frames. I bought some really cool things and ribbons and different things. And then I got this house. Look at this cool house, you guys. Isn't it? I don't know why I'm so attracted to this, but it's made out of wood. I just think it's so cute. You could put a little battery operated candle in it. I just thought it was cool. Yep, that was at Joann. Okay, that's my haul. Oh, no, I have more haul. That's right, I gotta show you something really cute. So I've told you all about how Ellery loves my little got wool shirt. It's got a sheep on the front, and I try to wear it every time she comes. I've got a red one, a black one, and then I've got a jersey. Anyways, I try to wear one of those when she comes because she loves it. So I decided to make her and her brother one. And I designed these little onesies. They're not in my shop yet, but they're so soft. The brand is called Rabbit Skins. The logo is so cute, but they're really soft and nicely made. Well, look at how little. There's no way Easton is fitting in that. Easton is a big boy. So the other one might fit Ellery. I don't know. Bree took that one home to try it on her. If it doesn't fit Ellery, it won't be long. Easton will be able to wear it. So anyways, I think this is a 6-month. And Easton is 6 months old. So I'm going to give this to whoever wants it. If you have, to me it looks like a newborn or a 3-month-old. I mean, it's super tiny. So if you have, if you're expecting, or you're expecting a grandchild, or you have a little newborn or a 3-month-old that you think would fit this, just put got wool in the description, or in the description box. Put got wool in the comments somewhere, and then I'll do a drawing and I will send this to whoever wants it. I adore it. I think it's super cute. And then the other haul, this isn't something that I bought, but my art is licensed to 2 different needlepoint companies, Love You More Designs and Painted Pony. So Debbie at Painted Pony sent me some needlepoint canvases. And I just wanted to share them with you. I think it's super cool. I do not know anybody that does needlepoint. I know it's huge though. I mean, there's a show, like a big market for needlepoint. But I just wanted to show them to you. My understanding, because like I said, I don't know much about it. My understanding is that these are very expensive. In this design, this one and the next one I'm going to show you, I painted these when I first started my career. Oh, I should put something behind it. Oh, my lands. They're all curled up. So anyway, I did this series of Santas, like Northwood Santas, and I don't know, they turn out really cute. I think the people that are doing the hand painting for them, they're doing a fantastic job. Here's one. This was a fabric line at one point called Peaceful Kingdom, and it's all the wild animals in the safari getting along. So this was actually a fabric border at one time. And then last but not least is, oh yeah, I love this. Oh, I'm sorry, there's two more. Good Lord, I'm making a huge mess. Look how cute that is. So these are needlepoint canvases. Isn't that cool? So if you're into needlepoint or you know somebody that's into needlepoint, let them know. Painted Pony Designs. So anyways, it's like right here. It's like I have this whole table full of stuff. Okay, we are moving on to giveaway. So last week's giveaway was for Newcastle Bouquet, one of my new samplers. You had to type in "Believe in Yourself" in the comments in order to be entered into the drawing for Newcastle Bouquet, and I will insert the YouTube random comment picker here. All right, let's see who this week's winner is. Da, 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 da. And the winner is Deanna Elliott. No. Sorry, Deanna. Deanna Ellett. She said, "Believe in yourself. Excited to see your book. What a great idea and market releases. Thanks for sharing and happy stitching." Well, congratulations, Deanna, and thank you everyone for participating. Congratulations, Deanna. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thank you everybody for participating. And if you could just email me your physical address to this email right here, I will send that right out to you. Actually, I'll send it out to you as soon as we get those patterns stuffed. We haven't even cut the covers and got them stuffed yet, but you'll get it. Before I go to Nashville, I'll send it. So this week, y'all, I'm really excited because I'm going to give away the Celebrate book. Yay! So all we have to do is, right here, we gotta go through the angel deck. Okay, so this is Angel of the Sunflowers, or Sunflower Angel, or something up to that effect. And on the back of the card it says, "Live life fully. Take care of your physical and spiritual self. Radiate good health." All right. So true. Take care of yourself. Exercise. Eat healthy. Take care of yourself so that you know, it's so funny. Women have this thing. A lot of women have this thing where they say, you know, they're so busy taking care of everyone else. And what I say to that is this: if you don't take care of you, you will not be healthy enough to take care of others. So you gotta spend time on yourself. Work out, you know, 30 minutes a day or every other day, 3 times a week. You know, well, you know what they told my mom? So this just goes to show, and I mean, I've known this forever because I'm one that works out, that they told her to help with her condition to exercise. So she rides a bike with one of the neighbors for an hour pretty much every day, as long as, you know, the weather, you know, works out for them. But because that gives you an influx of oxygen to your lungs, to your brain, to every fiber of your being. So you just please take care of yourself. And so what I want you to type in the comments in order to be in the drawing for that book is take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. That's all you gotta type. But if you want to elaborate, or you have a story, or you want to comment something else, I would love it. I read all of them and I so appreciate it. So our last thing today is Chinese fortune teller. So Frankie Easter said red 6-4. Let's do red 6-4. R-E-D 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And number 4 is tell a funny personal story. All right, I gotta get my notebook because there's nothing jumping out at me right now. This is about karma, y'all. Okay, so growing up, I was the only girl my age, and I had a brother that was 2 years older than me. The boy next door, he was 2 years older than me. The boy on the other side of us was 3 years older than me. So I was a major tomboy. I rode little mini bikes because behind my folks' house was all field. Now it's all grown up, tons of trees and stuff, but we had trails back through there. We had a snowmobile. We would ride bikes, and I would jump ramps. I mean, I've hurt myself, so anyways. There was this one kid in the neighborhood that, this is terrible. I was a terrible child. We didn't like him. Let's just say that. I mean, this is kid stuff, so this is nothing I would ever do now. It's embarrassing to even tell you. But we used to have a tree house. We built this tree house in the tree directly behind my parents' house. I mean, it's like right at the end of the yard, it was an apple tree, and it was right before the field started. Well, we would go up there and just hang out, blah, blah, blah. Well, this one day, my brother and the next door neighbor and I decided, this is terrible, because this kid was riding his bike in the field, and we decided to throw apples, this is so gross, rotten apples at him. Well, okay, number one, it wasn't like dangerous because he was so far away. It's not like we were ever gonna hit him anyways, but we were just being stupid and mean kids. And I was climbing out on this branch, and I was way out at the end of the branch, and the limb broke. Wham! And I fell, and I landed on my back, knocked the wind out of, that's why I said it's karma, knocked the wind out of me. I mean, I thought I was dying. I've had the wind knocked out of me before as a kid, but this was like major. And I thought I was dying. And even like years and years later, I don't have it anymore, but I mean, well into my 20s, once in a while, if I was running really hard or exercising and working out really hard and I was breathing really deep, it would hurt right here. I don't know if I fractured my chest bone or whatever that bone is. I don't know. But isn't that terrible? Terrible, terrible, terrible. So let me just finish the story by saying this. Like I said, the kid was so far away. It's not like we were ever going to hurt him or hit him. And, nothing happened to this poor child. So, anyways, but I just think it's funny because it's karma. That's what happens when you do mean stuff. Mean stuff or bad stuff happens to you, right? So anyways, that's my funny story. Funny, not funny, right? Anyways, thanks everyone for being here. Keep the comments and questions coming. And I told so many people that this Nashville release is my most exciting I've ever had. I am just over the moon excited about the samplers and that book. I'm stoked. I really wish I had the punch needle book, but I don't see that happening. I'm just too buried in getting ready with what I have, or stuffing patterns for the ones I already have. So anyways, thank you again, and have a great stitchy week, and don't forget, create every day. Bye now.